Once upon a time, there was a little girl who was alone. She was homeschooled, had no siblings, and it was just her. She spent 4 years alone on an island with her parents and the rest of her family in the States. She wasn't sad, but she knew she was missing something. Until one day she discovered her parents were expecting another child. This little girl had no idea what to think about the situation, but embraced it. Flash forward to 9 years later, she's 17 with 3 siblings, the ages of 8, 6, and 3. After her parents had her first sibling, they went on to have 2 more children, leaving the girl to help out most nights and treating her siblings like her own. With her closest sibling in age being 8 years younger than her, she gained lots of knowledge on how to handle kids, change diapers, and many more skills. What would you do in this situation? Some might move on and just keep going about their days, but this girl embraced her situation and used her experiences with younger ones to make it into a career. When she was around children outside her family, she felt loved and cared for by them, and she absolutely loved them. This girl is me, Ava Rodriguez, and this is my NGA talk. During this talk together, we're going to venture through how I found my calling, what I'm currently doing to achieve my final goal, and what you can do to help me, and in return, things that I can do. When discovering my calling, I somehow always brought it back to children or helping others in some type of way, even when I didn't think I wanted to go into childcare. My first thought was a reporter, an honest one that would help the American people know what was really going on in their country. Then it was a missionary for women and children. After much thought of what being a missionary was and what I wanted to do on these missions, I realized I didn't have to travel to foreign and dangerous countries to have an impact on young children. I can do it here in my community. After establishing that I didn't want to travel away from my friends and family to help children, I took a step forward and got an apprenticeship at a preschool, which was the best experience I could ask for. After the first day of school, I realized that I belonged with children and really found comfort in being around them. Once my apprenticeship hours were over, for my 80-hour apprenticeship badge, I realized it wasn't time for me to leave yet. Even though I already learned a lot from them, it was still the beginning of the year, and there was so much learning to do, so I stayed for my 120-hour apprenticeship. While doing my apprenticeships, I was hired by Arts or After to be a part-time guide. Between working at the preschool and Arts or After, I knew for a fact I belonged with children. During exhibitions, when presenting what I did and asked about my work or apprenticeship, people can see my face light up when talking about my experiences and the kids I cared for. I've been told by parents that they had no idea how young I was because of how well I could manage a classroom at the preschool, and when my age was revealed, they were taken back by it. This isn't because I've taken a class to know how to handle a room of kids or have a degree. It's because I'm truly passionate about preparing these young minds into powerful, well-rounded individuals. Knowing that I helped make that impact brings me nothing but joy and excitement. Let's rewind back and talk about my time at Arts or After. My biggest lessons learned here is hard work pays off. This is a saying I heard a lot growing up and even today in some scenarios. But I never really felt like my hard work paid off. But I stand here today as a 17-year-old about to graduate in exactly 2 months and a year early. And this to me truly means a lot. While in public school, I was told I wasn't good at school and was just another fish in the sea. To the administrators and teachers, I wasn't seen as special. I think this is where I had another spark to want to help kids. I didn't want anyone, little or small, to feel defeated as I did, and that always lingered in the back of my mind. What better impact can you have on the world than preparing the future generation? Well, I'm sure there are a couple other things that you could probably think about, but to me, I think that's up there. That's my plan, to love the future generations, care for them, and make them know that they're important, because I know how it is to not know that. All it takes is one person to show interest for people to feel empowered and make changes in their lives or the world. I want you guys to think about one person who inspired you to do what you do today. Is it an old teacher, a parent, a sibling? No matter who it is, I'm sure there is mainly one person who either encouraged you to do it or inspired you. I want to be that person. Like I said before, I graduate in as soon as 2 months. While I do already have a job lined up, I've committed to Valencia College. For my first 2 years, I have a wonderful opportunity of a full-ride scholarship. After those 2 years, I plan to transfer to the University of Central Florida. While in college, I plan to study early childhood education. This degree will help me work in schools if I wanted to in the future, get credentials to work in a preschool, become a teacher, and many more opportunities that will help me reach where I want to be. I don't think that a degree will help me know more, but it is a good tool and a good opportunity that would be foolish not to take. Even though I do get my 2 years for free, I still need help paying for books and for books for my first 2 years and tuition for when I transfer. This is where I need your help. To get one step closer to achieving my goal of providing academic support and to furnish a hopeful future, I'm asking for some assistance with tuition once I transfer to the University of Central Florida. The full tuition is $19,366, but I'm only asking for half, which is $9,682. The cost of books is around $1,212. With this money, I promise to graduate with my bachelor's in early childhood education. I promise to be a support to the heroes that I meet in the future to my best abilities. I promise to treat any growing minds I come across as kindly as I've been treated here. I want to carry and use the skills I earn in my college years to the best of my ability and be the best version of myself in every situation. As my speech comes to an end, I truly want to thank every single person here. I thank my 5 guests for being here when I needed it and being some of the most encouraging mentors I have. The 5 people I've invited today helped me achieve my goals to graduate no matter what, and have done everything in their best abilities to support me. I have so much gratitude for all 5 of you, and I'll forever be thankful. I thank all the guests that have taken the time to come and support all the seniors on our night. I thank all the people watching this video and taking the time to hear my story. Thank you all so much for your time, and I hope you've enjoyed yourselves.